Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today guys, it is Rex to Riches Car 2. Managed to get one in the end. I've been bidding on cars for the last week since I've sold the KA. I've been trying to win cars and I've just been going up too high because we haven't got a lot of money in that budget. I think it was £717. So really tricky, but I managed to actually win something. Hopefully it's not going to cause us too many problems, and it's not. If I have to put money into it, I will to get it into a point where I'm happy with it. You know that, guys. I won't just let it go. So I might have to put a bit of money, but then I'll recruit that money back when we sell the car, and then whatever's left, we'll move on to the next car. And that's what's kind of this is all about. Is you know, only spending the money I've got on the next car, which I've done. So we've got that. But yeah, let's, I'll go and pick it up. I'll bring it in. We'll walk around. I'll show you it, and we'll have a little bit of an assessment together and see what it's like. So yeah, let's do this. Right, guys, the car is in the workshop. So let's get into it. Rex to Riches Car 2. Peugeot 207. 2007. So yeah. I love this colour. I've done another one of these, but it wasn't this colour. It's like a metallic. It's a really nice colour. So yeah, we'll just have a wander around. We'll have a look at it together. Got a few scuffs, bumper scuffs here. I really need to clean it, don't I, really? Just have a good look at it, but I've just literally brought it back and then thrown it into the workshop. Got a few bits and pieces around, but I think if, you know, a little bit of touch-up paint and that, I think that will clear it up. So let's get into the actual damage of the car. You can see this quarter here hit the bumper a little bit, and then but the main part of it was hit here and along here. It has gone down, I think, to the metal, I believe. I think so. So we've got to do a little bit of work on here. To be honest with you, when I was bidding on the car, I had the intention to try and do as much of this as I can in here. So especially these cars, you know, this is just quite an old car, 2007. So it's going to have age-related marks, and it's going to be a cheap runaround for someone. So I've got to try and keep it down, keep the money down, and try and do as much as I can. Looking at the pictures, I thought, do you know what? If that's the only dent, I could probably pull that out and then just prep all this area. I'll have a look at some videos and see what needs to be done prep-wise, and let's see if I can sort of rattle can this area up just to make it a little bit more presentable, but it's still got to be fit for purpose. So I mean, like the paint-wise, it's got to be fit for purpose. So that's that back there. Definitely going to try and get into that. Going along the rest of the car, this side is absolutely fine. Door, mirror, wing, it's all good. There's hardly any scratches on this car whatsoever. So this is really going to shine up and polish up nice, clean up. You know, I can normally do the back to black trims and all those kind of things, and here just make them all nice. I'll take the wheel these are wheel trims. Obviously, the wheel trims I'll take off and rub down, paint the black behind as well, like last time, and then paint these silver. So just try and sort of, you know, make it a little bit more presentable if I can. So that's that. We've got some frontal corner damage here. So with this, I want to take off the whole bumper just to make sure there's no other damage behind this bumper. Because you never know, because, you know, what happens is, as everyone knows, it gets hit and the bumper's bounce back out normally. If it's had a little whack, they sort of tend to bounce back out. So I want to make sure that there's no damage behind there. I cannot leave that, you know what I mean, like that, or just repair it, or just change the bumper. I'm going to try, if I take the bumper off, I'm going to try and repair this. Don't know how far it's gone. Don't know if I can. But let me see if, you know, I've got hot staples. I can staple the bumper back together. And then again, get a rattle can and make sure that it's filled up and then spray it up. The good thing about is what I'm doing is that I can prove what I'm doing to the car. So if someone says to me, what happened in the accident? Well, yeah, it was hit in the front. I repaired it. And all the videos are on YouTube. You can see them. It's got a series, each car. It's proof. Do you know what I mean? That goes so far. I've learned proving something, getting someone's, you know, people are putting trust in people when they're buying cars. If the trust isn't there, you know, the relationship, selling a car, buying a car, just breaks down, and then people don't trust you. So that's why I sort of, you know, go over the top and go a bit mad, because I want people knowing and seeing what I'm doing to these cars to get them back on the road. Not just telling them, not just saying, yeah, I've done that, and then taking my word for it. That's not what it's all about for what I do. So, yeah, but that's the only damage, to be honest with you. The rest of the car, there's no other damage to it. Bonnet's obviously perfect. You know, the odd related marks on it, don't get me wrong, but nothing too bad and major, you know. I'm quite surprised. As I picked it up, I was like, wow, that's actually in great condition. And it is. It's in great condition. And it is just a cheap runaround for someone. Obviously, again, we've got to do the inside, clean, you know. So, someone's obviously been looking for stuff. They always check to make sure things are in there. Like in the boot, there's actually, is that open? What the hell is that? I thought, oh, it's going to be a manual. Nope, it's just a reading book. And a hammer. Tiny one as well. So we've got some tools here. To be honest with you, I've got some tools to go with it. Got a jack. Parcel shelf. Is the parcel shelf there? Yep, parcel shelf is there. That's the floor. That's the parcel shelf. So that's good. But we've got no books. I've checked the glove box already. Not unless there's a little compartment somewhere. But there's no books there. That pop down. All right, that's just the OBD port. There's nothing in there. There's nothing underneath the seats. No books. So yeah, like when it comes to the engine side of it, I've got to, at the minimum, let's do a service. Timing, I really don't know what to do with the timing at the minute. I think it's going to be too much to do. There's nothing anywhere. No, there's not. Yeah. So, like I said, minimum, definitely service a whole lot. Oil filter, air filter, all that sort of stuff. I'll show you the mileage. I did notice a light here. It's come up triangle, so we've got to, you know, see what's going on there. But you can see the mileage. 67,135. So yeah, that warning triangle, I've got to sort out. Oh no, it's gone off. That's weird. It's just gone out. As I pulled it in to lock up, I saw that sign. And I thought, all right, well, I'll plug the computer in and find out what's going on. But it's gone off. Sounds really nice. Engine does sound really nice. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, sounding really, really nice, ticking over nice, guys. The good thing about where I go to get these cars now is that they take off the battery. That was disconnected, so the battery terminals are disconnected to save the battery whilst the car is sitting at their yard. Which is really sort of great. Do you know what I mean? Really grateful for them doing that, because the other company that I used to use, the one that don't care, they just runs the batteries dry, pulls all the fuel out. They just don't care. And I know, like, obviously, Phil from Serious Bat Salvage, he just pulled back his Mini Cooper that he had up there for sale, and they destroyed, obviously scraping all the bottom of his bumper that he had, he had painted and sorted out, and the car was absolutely mint condition, and they destroyed it. It's just what they are. That's just their game, and they don't care. But these guys, the place I go to, they really, really do care about their cars, because I'll tell you why they care about their cars. It's because it's not their property. The cars are the insurance property, not theirs. So if anything happens to the cars whilst it's at their place, they are liable for it. Which, so should the other company that I used to use. They should be liable for it as well. But they don't care, and that's not their. But these guys, yeah, they take a little bit more care, which really does help, and they load them a lot better, a lot better. So yeah, that's where we are with it. So I probably will do the oil filter, air filter. I probably want to sort this out as well. I'll probably get this bottle off, get some cleaner in the bottle, make sure it's a bit tight. Because when someone opens a bonnet and looks at it, they don't want to see that dirty old bottle sort of sitting there. It's gonna put people off. It'll put me off anyway. I think. Well, I will check the belt, the auxiliary belt, but it looks pretty good. Obviously, the oil filter's just there, so I can do that. And yeah, just check over the car, but it looks in good condition. Looks tidy. Just got to tidy up the engine a little bit more, but it is what it is. So yeah, what do you think so far of car number 2? We're slowly moving up into the registrations, have you noticed? So the other one, the KA, that was 2002. Now we're on 2007. So we're slowly going up. Next one will be 2010, 2011. Yeah, and we're slowly moving up and up and up and up. See what we can end up with at the end of the year. But that's what it's all about, innit? It's got this challenge for me, starting with the free car, the KA, is the 1 year challenge. What can I end up with from this Rex to Riches series? But it's interesting because every car that I bring in, what you've got to think about, every car that I bring in, what is free, if you know what I mean, because I started with the free car. It's cost me money, but it hasn't cost me anything in the beginning. So everything is free, every car that I do. So yeah. So what do you think, guys? Drop me a comment and let me know. But let's get into the price, what I paid for this car, because like I said, it was, we had £717.48 to spend on the next car. That's what we had left over from when we sold it for 900. So let's have a look at the figures. Let's see what it cost me to buy it, and I'll show you that right now. Let's have a look. So there we go. You can see that. So I won it for 600 and I won it for 460. You can see it just there. That was the amount due. Then you had the buyer's fee, gate fee, internet bidding fee. They all do that. And then obviously VAT as well. And that come to a total on... oh, but you don't pay... If you... See, look. This is what the other company don't do as well. See on this, the way the company that I use at the minute, you don't pay VAT on the car. You see that? You only pay VAT on the fees. So I'm only paying 20% on the buyer's fee. The VAT's there. 85, VAT's 17, total 102. That's the amount, VAT's there, 36. So I'm not paying VAT on the car. And the total comes to £634. £634. So that's what it's cost us to buy this car. Get a pen. So it cost us £634. So there we go. So from this figure to this figure, there's about 90 quid odd. I'll work it out, don't worry. I'll make sure. I'll check it twice this time, guys, because that used to be a 5. I don't know why that number, but I am, showing the numbers now, the figures, so that's better than not showing the figures and the numbers, to be honest with you. So the car cost us £634, including the fees. I have bought a paint can for this already because of obviously doing the front, doing the rear. I want to sort all that out as well. So I have got a paint colour, which is this one here. KMU, this colour is blue. Peugeot. So that cost me £15. So I want to put that on here as well. £15. Obviously, we've got an MOT, £35. And then oil. The oil's going to be, I know the oil's going to be £14 because I've split it. The way I buy my oil, I buy it in 20 litres. The more you buy in bulk, the cheaper it becomes. So at the minute, it's costing me £14 for 5 litres. So I can put that on there as well straight away. Shall I wait? I suppose I could put it on. Let's put oil on. I'm going to do it. Is the £14. MOT, £35. So you can see already we're starting to sort of, it's starting to add up. You know what I mean? £64. Just in them 3 things, £64. We only had 90 odd pounds. So, yeah, you see what I'm saying? So, and if anything else needs for the car, sorry guys, someone walked in again. Didn't want to be on camera. So yeah, like I was saying, if anything else needs for the car, it starts to add up. But, I'll have to sort of put maybe a few quid to it just to make sure that it's up to scratch and the car is, the car is gonna go the right way. I'm not gonna, just because I'm doing a series and I'm trying to sort of see what I end up with at the end of the year, does not change the way I do things. And I want to sort of, I want to go, each car. So I could we've definitely got to take it on the ramp. We've got to take this bumper off, take the wheels off, check the discs, check the pads. If they need doing, they need doing. Like that's just it. So I will have to put a few quid to it, but we'll just have to see. Like I said, all the figures will get written down. We'll know what it is, and we'll know what we'll end up with. But it's nice to roll over a bit of money. Like I managed to win this car for the £634, which was lucky because I've been trying to win cars all, I've been trying to win a lot of cars and bidding on a lot of cars and outbidded on loads. I even won. I won 2, and they had like a reserve on it. Didn't meet the reserve. Went back to the owner who was selling the car, and he refused them. He said, "No, I'm not. I don't want to let them go for that money." So, and that would have been good. But we've ended up with this. It is a category N, non-structural. It's not an S. You'd think it because obviously it's part of this structural part of the car, which is the back quarter, but it's not. It's a Cat N. The tyres all the way around this car are really good. Loads of tread. Even the spare tyre. Loads of tread on that spare tyre. So that's all right. We haven't got to buy any tyres. Know that for a fact. They're all good. All the treads. The one that's got the least is probably that passenger side one. That might be an advisory. I don't know yet, but we'll see. Don't get me wrong, I can still get my fingers in there, and I can. It's probably about. I'd say it's probably about 4 mil off the actual top of the tread to the wear indicator in the treads. So that's getting there, but I think it should be okay. So yeah, well, this is it. You know what I paid for it. We've got the figures down. We've got to get into it. We've got to start, the work. In the next video, this is part 1. In part 2, we can take the bumper off. I'm going to look at the best way to paint. This is going to be my only concern is that am I going to be able to repair that properly and get it painted, blended, and matching well. That's my only concern. Everything else I should be all right. Even that bumper, I can repair that, paint that in, I think I should be fine. It's just this back bit. And if we have to send it to the paint shop, then, I've got to add that to the figure. I don't really want to send it to the paint shop because I know it's going to be £200. Right, and it's just going to push it too far over. But we'll make a decision on that, guys, together. I've got to check bulbs. I have got loads of bulbs. I've always collected bulbs. I've saved so many different bulbs, and over the course of the time, you can see all these bulbs here. So it's not costing me nothing because all these bulbs were absolutely free. So if we need to put any bulbs in, that's not going to be added to the cost because they're up there. Just things like that, really. But what do you reckon, guys? Like, I honestly think it's a lovely little car. I do like these Peugeots. I've had a couple of these, I think, before. I really do like them. And it's such a lovely car. I've actually noticed another dent here. There. You can just see that. It's not a dent. It's a little crease that goes up. But I'm going to try and sort of pull that out a little bit. Just do whatever I can with it. But overall, it is in really good condition. It is. It's really nice. And once I clean it and polish it up and do what I've got to do with it, it'll bring it up really nice. I want to do the headlights as well. Normal stuff. Rub it all down, give them a polish. Especially this one. This one seems to be the worst one out of both of them. I don't know if that's had a little bit of it's probably had a little bit of a scuff there. You can see it. I don't know if you can see that properly. So it's had a little bit of a scuff there. So yeah, I will try and get this out. I think I can get that out. I've got it out worse before. But it's behind this bumper light, you know what I mean? This is where you see that loose that is there, look. So this is where, see, I might even have to get another bumper, I don't know. We'll take it off, we'll have a look, we'll see what we can do. I've seen people repair worse, much, much worse. I've seen people repair a bumper that's in like 6 different pieces on the floor and they'll put it back together. So, yeah. We'll see what we can do. But there we go. That is car 2, guys. What do you think? Drop me a comment. Let me know. You know, did I buy at the right price? All in 634 quid. So my higher bid was £460 for a Peugeot 207 with 67,000 miles on it, with this much damage. I don't think it's a lot of damage, to be honest with you. But let me know what you think about car 2 on Rex to Riches. And, you know, but this is what I need to do to be able to move up. You've got to move up into the age of the car as well as the condition, and I've got to look at so many different things, and obviously the price as well. Price at the minute at the salvage auctions or anywhere, second-hand cars are just skyrocketing. So it is what it is. You just got to deal with it and move on. But there we go, guys. That's enough waffle when it comes to this car. I think we've gone all over it. The only thing we didn't talk about was the windscreen. But there's no chips or cracks or dents or nothing in this windscreen. It's absolutely perfect, spot on. So that's good. So yeah, that's going to be the end of today's video, guys. It is Friday. So yeah, have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday's video. And Monday's video is another new project for the channel. Nothing to do with Rex to Riches series. It's a new project that I'm going to do. I've got to go and pick it up. Bit of a road trip on Monday. I'll get into that with you on Monday, guys. But for now, have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.